So every month I hold a live channeling with my Ascension membership. And in this live channeling, I get on Zoom with a group of people and I channel live. And basically, you can ask questions about yourself or the collective, Ascension, whatever it is that is on your mind at this time. I've had people asking about like their life purpose or how to find that. I've had people ask about what is happening in the world right now and why things are happening. I mean, I've had things about manifestation, whatever it is that you might be needing some guidance on. I tap into my spirit team, the wisdom keepers, and I bring through that message. Before we start the questions, though, the wisdom keepers always have some really amazing information to share with us. And in this last channeling that I did, when they came through, they began to talk about our human experience and labels that we carry, why we are human. And I thought this was such a profound and an amazing way to help us understand our human experience that I wanted to share that part of the channeling with you. So I have a recording of that live channeling. I'm going to add it to this. And I would love if you are interested to have any kind of mentorship, spiritual healing, guidance, whatever that is, if you would come and join us in our Ascension membership. It starts at only $25 a month. You get to go to the live channeling, meet with us as a community. And if you want one-on-one, there's options to sign up for one-on-one as well. But listen to this, leave a comment, like, share, and I would be super grateful if you would subscribe so that I can continue to reach more people with these messages. So here is the live channeling. Welcome to the Soul Alignment Mentor Podcast. I'm your host, Angie, and I'm inviting you to explore the depths of self-sabotage, limiting mindsets, and the beliefs that hinder our progress in life. Through intuitive messages I receive from my spirit team, I share profound insights to help you live authentically and break free from these limitations. Join me now as we uncover all the keys to living your best life. Divine ones, we are excited to meet with you this evening as we have anticipated, as we usually do, to have conversations with you to help you align more with your most true self, the part of you that is eternal, the part of you that had no beginning and will have no end. And so we come to you this evening with a question that we would like you to contemplate in your mind. We want you to bring up the idea of your name. And we want you to think about this label that you have upon you that is called a name, and how the name relates to who you are and what your energy is and how you perceive yourself and the world around you. Maybe even how you anticipate those around you might perceive you based on the label that you have upon yourself or that was given to you at the time of your birth of coming to be a human. Many of you anticipated prior to your birth having a name that would radiate a certain frequency for you to use in this earthly realm to resonate with and to be a frequency of. And so many of you are not aware that the name that you have is a divine frequency and that it is the label in which you have as a human. However, that name that you have is not necessarily the truth of who you are in your original form. And so as you connect into the frequency of your name, and yet the truth of it not being your name in your highest form, and you look at it from the perspective of two different ways of the frequency of your eternal being and the frequency of your earthly being, you can see that the things that you have created on the earthly realm and manifested around you are based on labels and comprehension of who you believe you are. And so we come to you at this time as a reminder to let go of the things that you have brought onto yourself that you believe to be true based on labels or insights that you received from others around you, or even beliefs that you have developed in your own thinking about yourself and the world around you. As you release these labels, you become more in tune with the ability to see yourself from a new perspective, and that is the perspective that we have of you. Many of you are unaware that we resonate with your energy and frequency and not necessarily who you are in the physical form. We connect with you on all levels, but the way that we translate energy, the way we work with you, the way that we can come through to you is through a energetic level. And you may call this telepathy. You may call this a radio energetic connection between us and you. But we want you to know that when you are trying to label, when you are trying to control, when you are trying to be something in the human form, those things can hinder you from tuning in to the frequency of us and your truth. And so, in this moment, for just a moment, we encourage you to drop the labels. Drop the idea of what your name might be. Drop the idea of who you are here to be for other people, who you are here to be for the world around you, who you are here to be for the career or anything else that you have going on in your life, and tune back into the original form of you, which is love, which is the frequency of the divine and what creates all divine living things. When you release the labels, when you release the expectations, when you release the idea that you must perform in a certain way, your heart and this frequency of your truth begins to lead you towards the things that radiate in the frequency you desire to be in. This will guide you forward. This will teach you more about your true self, and it will release some of the confusion you may feel at times in your life on what it is that you are meant to be doing while you are on earth. As you are here on earth, your mission, your desire, the frequency of your soul's connection here is to radiate, first of all, love, but that love is to teach itself. And so when you let go of labels, when you let go of the idea of I must be, or I must perform, or I must commit to something, and you allow the frequency of truth and love to guide you, then you become a frequency of light that allows you to flow naturally through your life. And as you are doing this, you are tuning back in to a higher dimensional understanding, which is raising the consciousness of humanity as a whole. There are some of you that are called to do this as example for others, to teach them that they are not necessarily the things that they believe about themselves, and the world is not necessarily what they believe about it either. These things are simply labels. They are simply tools that are put into this realm that you are living in to learn from, to create from, to use. And so when you look at these things that come up in your life that may appear to be something hindering you, or an obstacle or a challenge, or even something positive and vibrant and joyful, these are all there as an ability for you to work with in the energy, but not to pull in and create a new identity based on those things in the earthly realm. The new frequency that you are all moving into is the alignment with the truth of who you are without labels, without the idea of having to perform or be something in order to have worth and value, because your worth and value is eternal, and it has no beginning and end, and it has no way of being developed. When you are something, you do not have to become something. And so this is what you are working through in your ego, in your human element, is to realign yourself with the ability to believe in your own truth, which is source energy, God living within you, and that energy radiating out into the world around you, bringing a frequency of alignment for not just you, but all humans that you are here to support, help, guide, or even challenge at times. So we leave you with this information to contemplate, to hold, to remember, and to tap back into at those times that you need to remember and fine tune yourself back into that frequency of your truth, that you are eternal divine being, and that the labels that you have here on earth are not your truth. They are simply tools that you are using at the time to be able to tap in to something bigger that you are trying to grow in your energy field to help all divine beings, all the universe create more of itself. That is power. So in this moment, we encourage you to remember your power. We are ready for questions.